There's one last little thing I have to do. Last year, as many of you know, the Canadian government opened its first National Holocaust Monument in our nation's capital. The project was started, let's give a round of applause for that, yes. The project was started over 10 years ago by a young Toronto student, Laura Grossman, and she inspired so many people along the way to help her. One of them was the Honourable Tim Uppel, Canada's former Minister of State for Democratic Reform and Multiculturalism. I'd now like to invite him to the stage to receive a special award on behalf of the March of the Living. So the plaque says, the Honourable Tim Uppel, March of the Living pays tribute to you. Through your tireless efforts in advocating for Canada's first National Holocaust Monument in our nation's capital, you have ensured the memory and lessons of the Holocaust will be preserved for all Canadians for generations to come. Now, the only other thing I want to say is a little bit of a typo on the plaque, because, you know, a number of years ago, I met Minister Uppel in Ottawa. I think it was at the War Museum. And I asked Minister Uppel, well, how come you're so behind the Holocaust Monument? And he said, it's because of you, Mr. Rubenstein. And I said, you know what, I get blamed enough for things I don't deserve. I'll take some credit as well. But I know what he was talking about. And then he reminded me, in 1994, we had our first application from a non-Jewish student on the march. Her name was Kiran Binder, and she was a young Sikh woman, incredibly intelligent and dedicated and passionate, and we decided to take her. And a number of years later, I knew this was going to happen, she married Minister Uppel. And so when this idea came up, you know, behind every great man, there's a great woman who's gone on the March of the Living. Thank you.